Chairman and MD, PVR Limited, ladies and gentlemen. Ajay sir, welcome and congratulations. And now, ladies and gentlemen, jaisa maine kaha, he calls himself a storyteller. He's a maverick filmmaker who's given us some of the best movies of not just Indian cinema, बल्कि उनकी हर मूवी विदेश जाती है, अवार्ड जीत के आती है. Give it up for Mr. Rajamouli, ladies and gentlemen. S.S. Rajamouli sir के लिए जोरदार तालियां. Welcome sir. And before we do the honors, Mr. Kamal Gyan Chandani would like to say something.
Sir, Rajamouli sir, respected family members, Tananay sir, Jayanti bhai, it is an absolute pleasure on behalf of everyone at PVR. I would like to thank Rajamouli sir for gracing this cinema, and also especially because this is the auspicious week of pre-Diwali, just when cinemas are reopening. I mean, we've reopened, but we are waiting for big films to start showing up at the theatres. So for him to come at this auspicious week, give us his blessings along with his family, is a wonderful thing, and we are truly grateful to him. So sir, thank you very much. I would also like to commend Jayanti bhai, who's been a big supporter of PVR, and he's been a big supporter, but we are big fans of Jayanti bhai. He is the one responsible to get RRR to all cinemas which will play it in Hindi. He would also be responsible to take it to satellite channels and also on the streaming platform. So big round of applause to him. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Yes, and then maybe we'll take it again. We okay? Okay, we okay. Sir says we are okay. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'll be asking you questions, sir. You are on the hot seat और मैं सामने खड़ा हूँ. So before we talk about this collaboration, this dosti, there's something that I want to talk about. And I genuinely want you to tell us something about that. You know, when the entire thing happened, the pandemic era, or I don't know, there are so many names to it. People have termed it, I don't know, kaise. You were someone who was always there. You left no stone unturned to get things back on track, especially for the film fraternity, for your employees, for Team PVR. How was it? How was the entire journey, I would say?
Good afternoon, everyone. Firstly, I just want to welcome Rajamouli sir. I didn't know how to, and your family and everyone who's here. Obviously, nobody can prepare himself for a event like this. So it was a body blow. It was suddenly 100 million people came to PVR cinemas till March 15th, 2020. Then suddenly it was zero. So the shutters were shut. So anybody who does only one thing. So I always believed in doing one thing, but doing it very well. And I tried my best anyway. 31 years I've been doing it. So suddenly if the shutters come down, of course it hits you. If your revenues are zero, you've got 15,000 people employed, and the company is listed and all that. But I don't know, my mom lives with me, and my family was with me. So I got a lot of strength from that this is something that has happened beyond my control. And all I have to do is not think about it too much. And just take it as it comes and keep my chin up. I have a lot of people who work in the company. I have to be positive. Obviously, anybody will get affected, but it didn't last too long, to be honest with you, for me to get affected. And there was work to be done. The company had to be saved. So I tried my best to keep my chin up. Took God's name a lot. I learned bhajans and realized that there's not one-dimensional view of life. Business is up and down, and that's not everything. Health comes first, family comes first, well-wishers come first. So I think that's what kept me going, really, to be honest with you. And also, he's sitting here, and I must say, two engines of this country also is what made me go into this business 31 years ago. One is the film fraternity, right? Their relentless effort to come out with brilliant movies for the big screen, and the consumers. 1.45 billion people watch movies every year. So that also, those two engines gave me a lot of confidence that nothing is going to happen, and these engines will always remain. This is a temporary setback. रुकावट के लिए खेद है काफी बड़ा, लेकिन रुकावट ही है. It's not disruption, it's interruption. And I kept telling people, please don't use the word disruption. It's a very destructive word. Use the word interruption. And सब ठीक हो जाएगा. तो बस भगवान का नाम लिया और हो गया.
And you did a fantabulous job, sir. सब सही हो गया. आप देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे response, और as I said, if this does not get people back to the theaters, I don't know what will. So Rajamouli sir, this one's for you. Not from the business perspective, or not from a filmmaker's perspective. We know how passionate you are about your movies, how much you love your movies. So for you, what kind of emotions were going through, in the last 2 years? What were you going through? Like, what was on your mind?
I think, like behind this poster, blank screen. because we never anticipated, we never knew, we never even imagined something like this could happen, and it happened. But very frankly speaking, I was not down for a very long time. It was something new that was happening around, and there is an opportunity if you look in every. Okay, I won't say disruption, I'll say in every interruption there is an opportunity to look forward for it. Right. So there was time to spend with my family, with friends, and relook at your career. Right. What are you doing until now? What do you want to do further? There is so much of time to think about things that we usually don't. Right? We keep running, and we don't have a pause to evaluate. So this is a fantastic opportunity for me to evaluate, and I had a blast of it.
Great, that's how you should always look at it. And as sir said, career पे relook करने का वक्त मिला. आप लोग सोच लो क्या कर रहे हो. Rajamouli sir is saying, I had to relook. I was thinking, और क्या कर सकता हूँ and all that. Okay, so talking about this collaboration, this is the biggest it can ever get. So please tell us something about this. How did it happen? Like, कैसे हुआ ये?
No, first thing I want to take the words from you itself. I don't want to call it a collaboration. I want to call it a dosti. Fantastic. It's a fantastic dosti, sir. And like RRR style, the dosti goes like this. Yes. Yeah. That is what it is. Friendship, and like you said, it happened because of the pandemic. Otherwise, it might not have happened, right? So we had a time to look at, and fantastic people came around from PVR, from our team. They sat together and thought. So once this happened before the pandemic, before the second lockdown, after the first lockdown, it happened, and they were discussing how once we get back on track, how can we make this big, right? And I guess it was Varun who came up with the idea of PVR. Everyone thought it was fantastic. Shalu said it was fantastic, and like all of us very, very excited. But there was corporate documentation, legal documentation. But the thing is, he was very excited, I was very excited, and they just went through this process, and here we are. I'm very, very excited. That's the only word that's coming to my mind again and again: excitement. That's what I'm. That's what it is.
Superb, sir. Superb. एक बार जोरदार तालियां हो जाए. Come on for that excitement. We all are looking forward to this.